Hey, what's going on? My name is Nate, lawyer slash YouTuber, and today I want to talk about Cardi B again. And we're going to actually just look up her case and look at what she's charged with and see how much time she can actually get. Because a lot of the Cardi B fans, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching and thanks for making comments, have been hammering me in the comment section saying that everything I'm showing you guys is fake news. So it even got to one point where one fan was like, this is all fake, there's nothing about it. Then I actually said, here's the name, here's the link, go look it up. And they refused to look it up. So just so we can all be on the same page, and because I've been challenged, it's time to provide that receipt. Let's go into the receipts. For those of you who don't know who Cardi B is and don't know who the people I'm talking about, check out this news clip. It'll get you caught up in a quick hot minute.
Rapper Cardi B has been indicted on charges stemming from a melee at a Queens strip club. In April, Cardi B rejected a plea deal that would have included no jail time if she pleaded guilty to third-degree assault. Cardi B is accused of throwing items inside Angel's strip club in Flushing last August, injuring two bartenders. The 26-year-old due back in court next Tuesday.
So our first stop is to the comments section. This is love me or let me leave. And they edited. Now, this person says Cardi B is not facing 10 years. No way you're an attorney. Oh no. So then I write back, look it up yourself, 2 felonies. See Cardi B's case, right? Defendant's name, here's the link, go check it out. Waterfalls come, I see nothing, I can't do anything. It's just like, oh my God. Stop reporting false info. Can't see anything on the state's website. I put the link works for everyone else. So then we had some back and forth with other people. Now she's saying that she sees it, or he or she, or whatever's happening. So I started getting a couple of these comments. I started getting comments saying that, you know, there's no way she's getting any time and I'm just missing it. It's wrong. So I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's just look it up ourselves and I'll show you exactly where I'm getting my numbers from. First, so you guys can see, we are going to e-courts. Now, if you're in New York and you're arrested, you can look up the case here. You can look up Harvey Weinstein. You can look up anybody's case here on eCorps, and you go to this place called Web Crimes. Now, I've already pulled it up. Now, I've used Cardi B's name, which is her government name, and you can pull up the case right here, Queens Supreme Court. Now, this is a court that handles felonies, so there it is. And now we look at her arrest information. So this is the summary of her case. Defendant, her birth year, tells you, what day she was arrested, what date the incident was, all this great stuff. So now we can see what's going on. We can see her attorney, for instance, and her next appearance date, which is March 19th, 2020. So now on this side right here, you see where it says appearances. So now we can actually see when she's been to court and what happened. So she's been to court all these times, in front of this judge, that judge, the court reporter. She's always been in front of the same judge. Now it's on for trial. So she's on for trial. So she was arraigned. I think she was arraigned on a misdemeanor. Then she was arraigned on felony. So you can see it's all here. And her next trial date, is 3/19/2020. So that is her next date, calendared for next week. Okay, so this is the part where I think people are getting confused on. So let's just go into it. It is the charges. Here are the charges. Now, the first one, as you can see here, is a violation. This is harassment in the second degree. That's like a parking ticket. It's nothing. Nobody serves any jail in time for violations here in New York. It's a laugher, right? So the first 2 counts are violations. Yeah, throw them away. They're really worth nothing. Again, violations are like parking tickets. Class A misdemeanor is something interesting, because a Class A misdemeanor, that means that you could spend up to 364 days in jail. You can't spend a year in jail, because if you spend a year, it has to be a felony and you have to be indicted for that. So misdemeanors, you can spend up to a year in jail. Cardi's being charged with a misdemeanor of conspiracy. So she can spend up to a year in jail, 364 days. Now, is she going to get that for any of these charges? Probably not. It all depends on her criminal history. It's a lot of factors that go into sentencing. But usually I tell you the max. She can get the max of 364 days. That's right, on this particular count. The next count is a violation again. Again, it's a throwaway. I didn't even add it to doing my math to say, what's the maximum she can get. Why? Because violations are really doo-doo. Nobody's giving you time for violations. Now we have a B misdemeanor. Now, B misdemeanors are 3 months in jail. So I didn't even add this to it, and it's also the lesser charge from the A misdemeanor, because here it's the B misdemeanor and it's really conspiracy in the 6th, and it charges with conspiracy in the 5th. So, and doing the evaluation, I'm not even going to add the 3 months max. Forget about it. It's worthless. Now we have the A misdemeanor. Again, up to 364 days in jail. Criminal solicitation, different from the first charge, so we can add them together. So it's 2 years minus 2 days if served consecutively. But again, it's unlikely to happen. But right now, she's facing about almost 2 years in prison if convicted on both counts. But how likely is it to happen? Not really likely, but possible. Our next charge is another A misdemeanor, and this is reckless endangerment. So we have 3 A misdemeanors. Each one, you can serve up to a year, 364 days. So really almost 3 years minus 3 days. So again, is she going to get 3 years for 3 misdemeanors? Probably not. But again, it is a possibility. So we now get to the Class E felonies. 1 count, attempted assault with injury to cause serious physical injury. Now, this is what she was indicted for. Now, Class E felonies are interesting because it really depends if it's a not violent versus non-violent E felony. But, you do get more time. It's a violent felony versus a non-violent felony. But for Class E felonies, the max you can generally get is 4 years. So on this felony, she can get up to 4 years if convicted and she was to get the max. So the top count here, she can get up to 4 years, which is, bad enough, but hey, but she has another felony, another E felony. And again, with the other E felony, she can get up to 4 years. Now, is she going to get 4 years? Probably not. But for these 2 felony counts, if found guilty on both, she could be facing 8 years in prison, right? If convicted on both felony counts. Now, reading through these felony counts, one is attempted assault with intent to cause serious physical injury, and the second one is attempted assault with intent to cause serious physical injury with a weapon. So they seem to be 2 different counts. Now, these could be for 2 different people because I haven't seen the file. So I don't know if this is on the same person. They hit the person once with the hand and then went and got a weapon. So that's why you have the 2 separate charges. Sometimes, you'll have 2 separate charges where you'll hit the person with the weapon, but then they'll charge you with both. So these could be combined into one, or it could be 2 separate charges. But if found guilty on both charges, it's possible she could be facing 8 years. And we haven't even added the 3 A misdemeanors, which is about, almost 3 years, which is almost a year for each misdemeanor. So now we have 2 felonies, 4 years apiece, and 3 misdemeanors for about 3 years. So right now we're at 11 years, and we haven't even finished the list. Now, at the bottom, we have 2 more A misdemeanors, so we can add almost another 2 years to it. Criminal facilitation in the 1st degree, and then we have a lower assault with intent to cause physical injury. Now, again, this just may be a lesser charge for the felony assault because we have a felonious assault and now we have the same misdemeanor assault. It's very possible that if she's convicted of the felony, she won't be convicted of this, and if she's convicted of this, she won't be convicted of the felony. It's possible. And then last but not least, she has a violation. Again, I didn't even add that. So if we just add up I think what is it? We counted 4 A misdemeanors for almost that maxed out at 1 day, under a year, and 2 felonies, E felonies with 4 years apiece. We're talking about maybe 12 years. And then I said up to 10 years in prison. So right now, this is what she's facing. And again, this is not me just making this up. This is from the New York State Unified Court System. Anybody can look this stuff up. Anybody can check it out. And now the question would be, do I think she's going to get 10 years in prison? Absolutely not. No. A bar fight, no one was really seriously injured. She's not going to get 10 years. It's not happening. She's not getting 10 years unless something like crazy happens. But I don't think she's getting 10 years. If she gets any time in jail, I would honestly be surprised. I think this is, to be honest with you, overcharging. You know, I think it's because she's a celebrity. So now, if you've had any confusion about what Cardi B has been charged with, how much time she can get, how much time she'll likely get, I hope I've answered all those questions. Now, my name is Nate, lawyer, YouTuber, and I hope this video was helpful. If it's your first time here, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. I try to do videos at least 3 to 4 times a week. If you like this video and you like any of my other stuff, consider subscribing to the channel and even consider becoming a Patreon. I'd appreciate it. My name is Nate, lawyer, YouTuber, and as always, I just hooked you up.